All right, so I'm here with Tony the Tiger, and I tell you, this is our first time that not first time we've shot in this room, but the first time we've shot in this setting. And actually, it's the first time we've shot it in this setting completely. So this is it's pretty neat. So, Tony, I actually I invited you over, and I wanted you to give us some tips on selling and selling automobiles, and really the way that you form relationships with your customers and how you prospects and things of that nature. So the first thing that I'd like to ask you is, what's the biggest thing what do you think the biggest thing is that helps you with not only getting referrals but also retaining customers, over the years?
The one thing that I can say is that always helped me keep the customer retention coming in. It's customer service, and the one thing that I always say is, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you, and being personable, giving that person that warm and fuzzy feeling, and always being there for the customer at the same time. And what happens is, I found out over the years, the ones that I start with, they're still with me until today, and I've been in it for 6 years.
Yeah, and one of the things that so you're very actively engaged on social media.
Yes.
So that that's something, and while you're doing your social media, your true personality comes across.
Yes.
It really does. You can tell you're sincere. You can tell that, sometimes in sales and then sometimes in car sales, we're stereotyped, right?
Yes.
And when we're looking at that, you definitely break the mold on that, and really, your peers that you hang around with, they break the mold on it also. Yeah. But the thing that I really like about you is your follow up. Okay, I mean you're always following up. If you tell a customer you're going to do something, you're going to make sure it's done. So it's follow through. I like to call it finish into play.
Yes.
I just, that's really what I like to do, not dropping the ball and finishing the play. Elaborate a little bit on that, your thoughts on that.
When I first started, probably 2 years in, and I can always say, when you first start, you're kind of rough around the edges, and you got to be fine-tuned. But I met a guy by the name of Pernell Forrester. And I'll never forget it. He was an older guy, had been in the car business for 30, 40 years. And he walked up to me one day and he said, ABC. And I said, ABC? ABC? He said, yeah, you don't know what ABC? I said, everyone knows what ABC is. He said, no, but do you really know what ABC is? I said, what is it? And you tell me what it is. He said, always be closing. I said, and he was the type, he would say something to you, and he would just walk off. But this time, he said something, and it stuck with me that whole week. So the very next week, I came back to him. I said, me and you was talking last week, and you said ABC, always be closing. I said, can you give me a little bit more on it? He said, in this, you're always closing. He said, it just doesn't stop with the sale. You got to close it all the way through. He said, if that customer wants if they want to come in for service, you got to close it back there in service. You're always finishing the play. You're always closing. Always be closing.
Mm-hmm. And I tell you, the way that you and the way that he brought it up to you is really neat, because that adage has been around in sales forever, and it's not necessarily been used in that same way. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily been used in that same way, which, that's the credibility factor that, that you really bring. And, listening to him and, and doing that is, it's like for myself, always being available, always, just being there, because, it's in car sales, it's a lot of time. It's definitely always the second largest purchase, right? But a lot of times, as far as a purchase is concerned, it's the largest purchase that someone makes.
And I always hear a lot of customers say, over the years, I hear it say, well, I came to this guy and I purchased a car, but, I felt like I was forgot about after that, and I made it my main objective. I don't want the customer to never feel like they're just a number.
Right.
I want them to feel like they're family, like they're friends. You can count on me. 6 months from now, if you need me for anything, call me.
Mm-hmm. And you mean it, and that's really key. I mean, you mean it in every way possible, and that's that just comes out in you, and it really is what separates anybody in sales. And it really. And I think you've heard me say this before. It separates really a job from a career. And it just, because if you come into it and you're looking to make a career out of it, it just, it's a completely, first of all, it's a completely different mindset, and and second of all, it's just it really hits home, and and you look at every one of those customers, and like we like to say in the automotive group, show the love daily, and like the example you just gave, it's not just showing the love daily, it's showing the love all day, every day, right? And that's really just it's what it is. So one of, as far as, because we'll stay on this topic, because when I bring you back next time, I want to hit another topic. So on that though, when you're looking at a customer, you're looking at that customer for life, right? You're looking at that, you're looking at that customer, and you want them to feel comfortable for life, and you want the referrals, and and all that. So just give me, just a couple examples of, how you do that on a daily basis, and what your workday actually looks like. How you track yourself and how you plan everything. Because I know you can't. Because you have a lot of open items left from the day before. It could be, it could be from a week or two before when you're waiting on a part or whatever it is. So you don't forget that. How does Tony's daily plan look?
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be honest. It's hard. I'm not going to sit here and say like I got this God-given talent, because it's hard. It's hard to maintain things, and it takes a lot of sticky notes. Cell phones, they come into play a lot. Main thing is, and one thing is, I have such a close knit with a lot of my customers. A lot of my customers, I made such an impression, and we became so close that some of us, we talk on a daily basis. And it's weird,
right?
I can go down my Facebook timeline, and I'm maxed out with 5,000 friends, but I talk to a lot of those people on a daily basis. And I will say is, it's crazy to say this, they help me stay on track. Just following up. Hey, Tony, did that part come in yet? And I'm constantly on it. And even with retaining customers, when you do right by your customers, they will send the business to you. They will send customers to you. You don't have to. It's, and I know. I said it in the beginning. Do unto others as you would have do unto you, and it goes by that famous saying that Howard taught me a while back, and it sticks with me still today. You can have anything in the world that you want, but help others along the way, and I live by that. And Howard told me that 5 years ago, but that sticks with me still today, and I just try to do the right thing by everybody. Give everybody 110% of myself.
So anyone that's, anybody that's watching, the one thing that you can pick up on is, as you can tell, Tony's passionate about what he does. He loves what he does, and he wants to treat others, as he would like to be treated. So if you're in, if you're in sales, whether it's automotive or anything in sales, that's a major key. And Tony, as I said, I want to bring you back next time, but I want to talk about branding next time, because I introduced you as Tony the Tiger. It's a great story, and and Tony is truly great with that, and he has a little different way of saying it, which is awesome. So looking forward to next time, and it's really exciting, and actually really exciting that you
really
that you were you're the first one that we've done in this setting. So it's awesome, and thank you, and
Thank you,
looking
sir.
forward to having you come
I
back.
Appreciate it.